Hello everyone and welcome in my cooking channel Czech Cookbook. Today I was thinking I should show you how to make a simple croutons because I do have some soups on my website and I'm sure that I will be adding more in the future that are with croutons. It kind of enhances the flavor of the soup. You don't have to have it, but I do recommend it because then the soup is just more tastier and more traditional. Usually we would use white bread, but there are some recipes, like the garlic soup for example, that is using a darker bread. But the preparation for the croutons is exactly the same. So today I will be showing how to make one from the French baguette. You can also use French loaf, just a white bread. Here I have one 2 days old baguette. It's easier to use a little bit older because when you cut it, it's not as crunchy. So this way it's easier a little bit. So I will just fill up the pan, so as much as you need, as much as you want. And then we will need oil. I do recommend sunflower or canola oil because the olive oil tends to smoke because it doesn't have such a high temperature resistance. And before the croutons are done, the oil is already smoking and the pan is smoking. So it's better to use just oil that is good for high temperatures. So let's start and let's do this simple recipe. So prepare your pan that you will be roasting the croutons in. And now we will cut it to small pieces. It's up to you how thick or small you like it. I will just cut it smaller. And now I will cut it this way, just a smaller cubes. Now I try not to get all the small crumbs because they tend to burn, but if they get in, that's fine. Cut as much bread as you want to use or as much as it will fit in a pan. Usually whatever fits in this pan is 4 servings. So I ended up cutting the whole half of the loaf out of the baguette, and now we can roast them. We'll need oil, about 1 tablespoon, just try to spread it evenly. Let's turn on the flame on high and leave it on high, and it takes about 5 minutes till they are crispy, and you want to stir it so the oil gets all over the croutons. Sometimes I stop to let them roast on one side, but not too long because the flame is on highest, so we don't want to burn it. What might happen is that the little crumbs that got on the pan might start to smoke a little bit, so just lower the flame. So they're already roasted, so let's just turn off the pan. So I'll put it on a different burner and leave it in a pan to give it a little more crust. So don't forget that the pan is still hot when you put it aside, and just keep stirring it a little more because it will keep roasting these croutons. But this looks good, so now we can put it in a bowl and serve it with our favorite soup. So I hope you enjoyed it and let me know if you try them. It's done in less than 10 minutes, which is great, and it's super fast and it will make our soup delicious.